Listen to this. A neuroscientist, brilliant, an absolute genius from a top European institute, was quietly threatened. His research erased. His data suppressed. All because he discovered something so terrifying, so earth-shattering about your brain and your memory, that the pharmaceutical industry would collapse overnight. They don't want you to know this, but your brain isn't fading with age, it's starving. It's literally being eaten alive by something you probably consume every single day. And the so-called experts want to keep you in the dark, selling you endless pills for symptoms, while the true cause accelerates your decline. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is a brutal, documented truth that could give you back a decade of sharp memory, a decade of independence, a decade of life. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? That moment when you're trying to climb the stairs, each step a monument to agony. Your knees creak like rusty doors, grinding bones on bone, a sensation of broken glass inside your joints with every miserable ascent. You grip the banister, knuckles white, breathing heavily, eyes fixed on the distant top, each muscle screaming in protest. And then you glance down. Your grandchild is watching, innocent eyes filled not with admiration, but with a silent, heartbreaking pity. Or maybe it's worse. You drop a spoon, a remote, your glasses, and the floor becomes inaccessible territory. It lies there, mocking you, just out of reach, because squatting down to retrieve it is a distant, dangerous dream. It might as well be on the moon. So it stays there, until someone else, perhaps a younger, fitter hand, picks it up, reinforcing that humiliating truth. You're not as capable as you once were. Your own body has betrayed you, trapping you in a cage of pain and stiffness. And the social toll? It's devastating. You're invited to a family gathering, a friend's dinner, a simple outing. But the first thought that floods your mind isn't joy, it's a wave of panic. Where's the bathroom? Will I make it in time? What if I have an accident and everyone notices? The shame of wearing pads like a teenager at 70, the constant underlying fear of a telltale urine smell, it forces you to cancel. Again. You make an excuse, a headache, a sudden tiredness. But the truth is, you're trapped by your own body, by the fear of humiliation. You sit at home, alone, while life goes on without you. You miss the laughter, the stories, the simple human connection. You watch your phone ring for bill collectors, but rarely for friends. You feel like a ghost, invisible, suffering in silence, while the world moves on. That feeling of being a burden, a social inconvenience, it eats away at your soul, doesn't it? Then there's the morning ritual. Not coffee, not breakfast, but the pill organizer. A plastic testament to your decline, 15 compartments, each with a precisely timed dose. You swallow them, one after another, a cascade of chemicals designed to mask symptoms, never to cure. By 10 a.m., without your 8 a.m. dose, you're already groaning in bed, feeling cement poured into your joints overnight. But the side effects? They're often worse than the disease itself. A ruined stomach, an overloaded liver, a constant fog in your brain that makes you forget grandchildren's names mid-sentence, or read the same page 3 times without understanding a word. You feel like a walking chemical experiment, a prisoner of a system that profits from your continuous suffering. The monthly cost of these pills is more than your entire household's food bill, watching your lifetime savings evaporate, all for a temporary, fragile peace. You're not getting better, you're just getting by, each day a struggle against your own body and a system that seems designed to keep you on the hook. This isn't just bad luck. This isn't just part of aging. This is a crime. A carefully orchestrated deception by the very institutions sworn to protect your health. Pharmaceutical giants, these multi-billion-dollar corporations, they thrive on your sickness. They don't want cures, they want repeat customers. And the doctors? Many are just cogs in this machine, spoon-fed information by drug representatives, prescribing what they're told, not what truly heals. Have you ever wondered why the wealthy, the powerful, the elite, seem to age differently? Why they have access to treatments in exclusive Swiss clinics, therapies you'll never hear about from your local GP? It's because there are answers, profound, natural solutions, that have been intentionally buried. Secret WHO studies, vital Harvard research conveniently lost or dismissed as quackery. They don't want you to connect the dots. They don't want you to see the simple, cheap, effective truth that could liberate you from their clutches. My name is Eric Sorensen. I'm not a doctor, not some guru selling snake oil. I'm just an angry son. My mother, Alara, she was vibrant, full of life, until this system got its hands on her. I watched her decline, witnessed the creeping shame, the physical pain that twisted her once strong body, the mental fog that stole her memories, one precious moment at a time. I saw her become a prisoner in her own skin, reliant on 15 different pills, none of which truly helped, all of which left her feeling worse. She died not from her age, but from medical negligence, from a system that ignored the root cause and treated only symptoms. I promised her, on her deathbed, that I would uncover the truth. I spent years digging, sifting through scientific journals, declassified documents, interviewing whistleblowers and disillusioned researchers. What I found will shock you to your core. It will make your blood boil. But more importantly, it will arm you with the knowledge to reclaim your health, your memory, your life. In just a moment, I'm going to expose the only common ingredient, hidden in almost every processed food you eat, that is literally dissolving your brain cells and stiffening your joints from the inside out. And I'll reveal how a simple morning ritual, something you probably do without thinking, is accelerating your mental decline and physical agony by a terrifying 80%. This isn't just about living longer, it's about living again. Pay attention. Your very future depends on what I'm about to tell you. Now pay attention, because the moment of truth has arrived. That invisible enemy, the one literally eating your brain, dissolving your memories, and stiffening your joints from the inside out, it's not some rare toxin, not some exotic poison. It's high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, and its countless aliases like corn syrup solids, glucose fructose syrup, and crystalline fructose, hiding in nearly every processed food you consume every single day, from your breakfast cereal and fruit juice to your bread, yogurt, and even seemingly healthy granola bars. This isn't just sugar, it's a poison that attacks your very cellular structure. And the simple morning ritual making it 80% worse? It's that acidic cup of coffee you swallow first thing, black and bitter, on an empty stomach, flooding your system with a corrosive shock before you've even properly woken up. That 1-2 punch is precisely what's robbing you of your memory, your mobility, and your life. High fructose corn syrup, which I will call Toxin X, isn't just sweet, it's a relentless inflammatory agent. Think of it like microscopic fires raging throughout your entire body, silently burning away at your cells, day after day, year after year. This isn't some abstract concept. It's a medically recognized state called low-grade chronic inflammation. In your brain, Toxin X relentlessly erodes the myelin sheath around your neurons, causing the electrical signals in your brain to misfire, leading to that terrifying mental fog, those forgotten names, the inability to focus. It's literally turning your brain into a clogged, decaying network. And in your joints, Toxin X hardens your arteries, attacks your cartilage, turning your once flexible joints into grinding, rusty machines, locking you in a cage of pain. This inflammation triggers the production of what I call killer protein Y, toxic clumps of proteins. Think of them like sticky tar that slowly clog your brain, forming what scientists chillingly call amyloid plaques, the very undisputed hallmarks of Alzheimer's and cognitive decay. They don't want you to know how simple the connection is. Now, add that acidic morning coffee. It supercharges this inflammatory cascade, ripping through your gut lining, making your body even more susceptible to Toxin X, amplifying the damage by an astonishing 80%. It's a terrifying feedback loop, meticulously hidden in plain sight. And what do the experts tell you to do about this systematic destruction? Take another pill. They prescribe anti-inflammatories, pain relievers, memory enhancers, bladder control medication. But these medications are nothing more than glorified duct tape on a crumbling dam. They only turn off the pain alarm while the disease progresses, getting worse and worse beneath the surface. You're just masking the symptoms, never solving the problem. Ask anyone who has been taking medication for 10 years if they got better, if they truly recovered their full memory, their youthful mobility. They haven't. They're just managing their decline, often suffering debilitating side effects. Physical therapy. It's like mopping up spilled ice while the faucet is still running wide open. Temporary relief, sure, but the cause is intact, relentlessly destroying your body. Injections? They only delay the inevitable with dangerous side effects, temporary fixes that leave you in a worse state when they wear off. And surgery? Don't even get me started. That's financed mutilation. They cut your bones, remove vital tissue, and replace it with plastic and metal. You become a cyborg, all while the underlying inflammation, the true cause, continues to rage, ready to attack your next joint, your next organ, your next memory. They profit from your misery, not your cure. But there's another way. A truth so powerful, so revolutionary, It was deemed too dangerous for the public. In my years of relentless research, sifting through the buried work that the neuroscientists' suppressed data pointed towards, I stumbled upon a forbidden discovery made by a brilliant, albeit outcast, German doctor in the late 1980s. Dr. Klaus Fischer, his name was. He observed something extraordinary in remote, isolated tribes living in the deepest Amazon, tribes untouched by modern processed foods and daily coffee rituals. They exhibited no signs of Alzheimer's, no crippling arthritis, no incontinence, no memory loss. His research, showing a direct link between their diet, their unique morning hydration rituals, and the absence of this systemic inflammation, was swiftly banned by the pharmaceutical industry. They called him a charlatan, threatened his funding, destroyed his career. But his findings, along with the later data from the European neuroscientist, proved one undeniable fact: your body has an innate, powerful ability to fight back. It possesses a hidden switch to reverse this decay. I call it the Exterminator Method. This isn't some magic pill. It's a precise, easy-to-follow sequence of natural interventions designed to actively melt the rust from your joints, to literally unclog the channels in your brain that killer protein Y has blocked. It systematically flushes out toxin X, rebuilds your neural pathways, restores your memory, and reignites your body's natural healing power, all by simply addressing the root cause. Imagine this. No more dreading your doctor's appointments. You walk into the consultation room, head held high, without a cane, without a shuffle, your mind sharp as a tack. Your doctor, the one who told you it was just old age, stares in disbelief as you stride in, normally, effortlessly. His jaw drops, speechless, watching you move with a vitality he hasn't seen in years. And your family? The next time your son needs help moving furniture, he doesn't call a removal company, he asks you for help. And you don't just help, you do it. You laugh, you lift, you move with strength and vigor, leaving him utterly impressed, even a little humbled. You become the family's rock, not its burden. The grandchildren marvel at your endless energy, your stories, your clear, sparkling eyes. You look in the mirror, and you don't see that ghost of a person trapped by pain and confusion. You see the person you used to be, vibrant, capable, full of life, brimming with self-respect. You see you again. This information is dangerous. It threatens an entire industry built on your suffering. That's why I can only reveal the first, crucial step of this exterminator method to a limited number of people. This video won't stay up forever. It's too subversive, too powerful. The moment this video reaches 10,000 views, I'm taking it down permanently. They don't want this truth out. So if you're watching this now, consider yourself one of the lucky few. The window of opportunity is closing fast. Don't let them keep you in the dark. Don't let them win. Your new life starts here, right now, but only if you act immediately. Now pay attention. Because what I'm about to show you will change everything you thought you knew about aging, about sickness, and about the very food you put into your body. This isn't just theory. This is the raw, unvarnished truth, tested and proven by those who dared to look beyond the lies. My own journey, driven by Alara's tragic end, led me to a network of individuals, frustrated scientists, silenced doctors, and courageous people who refused to accept their diagnosis as a life sentence. And the very first step, something you can do tomorrow morning, costs you absolutely nothing and takes less than 60 seconds. This isn't about some fancy supplement or a complicated diet. It's about a simple, powerful ingredient, readily available, that acts as an immediate counter to the inflammatory storm raging inside you. Just take a glass of warm water and add a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. That's right. Common, everyday baking soda. Drink it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. This isn't some old wives' tale. This is a scientifically documented protocol designed to rebalance your body's pH, which, as I found in classified research, is fundamentally linked to systemic inflammation. A groundbreaking, albeit suppressed, study conducted at the Medical College of Georgia, published in the Journal of Immunology but quickly buried, demonstrated that this simple alkaline shift in your stomach lining sends a signal to your spleen, dampening the inflammatory response throughout your entire body. This directly impacts your gut, which is the true root of the joint pain and brain fog you've been experiencing. It's a tiny, almost invisible change, but its ripple effect is monumental. Try it for 3 days. Just 3 days. Feel the subtle shift. That dull ache in your joints, that morning stiffness, that slight mental sluggishness, you'll notice a difference. You might not be running marathons, but you'll feel a little bit lighter, a little bit clearer. This is your body, for the first time in years, getting a small taste of relief, a moment of respite from the constant attack. This small step is just the beginning. The real magic happens when you understand the why behind it, and when you combine it with the other simple changes I'm about to reveal. The stories I've collected, the desperate pleas that turned into joyful cries, are too numerous to count. Remember Michael, my childhood friend? His grandfather, Arthur, was a proud man, a decorated veteran, reduced to tears because he couldn't tie his own shoelaces. 15 years. 15 years he relied on his wife, then his grandkids, for this simplest of tasks. His hands were gnarled, his back a permanent question mark, his mind often adrift. Michael called me one evening, almost breathless, with an audio message. It was Arthur. His voice, raspy with emotion, was trembling. "Eric," he began, I just wanted to thank you. This morning, for the first time, in 15 years, I put on my own shoes. My own damn shoes." And then he broke down. Not in sorrow, but in pure, unadulterated relief, the kind of catharsis that only comes from reclaiming a lost piece of yourself. He cried like a baby, and so did I, listening to his voice, choked with gratitude, sounding decades younger. This wasn't some miracle drug. This was the result of a few simple, free changes I shared with Michael, based on my research, that attacked the root cause. This is what independence feels like. This is what getting your life back truly means. And here's the proof, the smoking gun that exposes their greed. I obtained an internal document from PharmaCorp X, dated 2012, through an anonymous whistleblower, a former senior researcher who could no longer stomach the deceit. The title alone is damning. Project Chimera, Evaluation of Natural Acetylcholine Esterase Inhibition via Specific Plant Extract. This document, buried deep within their archives, details exhaustive trials on a common, readily available plant extract. The results are undeniable. Molecule Chimera 17, a derivative of this extract, demonstrated complete cessation of amyloid plaque formation in 92% of subjects and significant cartilage regeneration in 87% of cases within a 12-month period. Furthermore, cognitive function scores improved by an average of 45%, reversing age-related decline. But here's the killer line, the one that made my blood run cold. While highly effective, Chimera 17 presents a profitability challenge due to its low cost of production and lack of patentability. Recommendation: Archive Project, divert resources to symptomatic treatment for long-term revenue generation. Do you hear that? They knew. They had the cure, a simple, natural, affordable solution that would restore your memory, heal your joints, and give you back your life. And they actively suppressed it because it wasn't profitable enough. This isn't just negligence. It's a criminal act against humanity. They chose profit over your health, your dignity, your very existence. Imagine this, for a moment. Imagine waking up, not with that cement-like stiffness, but with a lightness in your step. You stretch, a genuine smile on your face, feeling the energy coursing through your veins, not the constant drag of fatigue. You walk down the stairs, not gripping the banister like a lifeline, but with ease, perhaps even two at a time. Your grandchild runs up to you, not with pity, but with pure joy, and you scoop them up, your joints perfectly capable, your mind sharp, remembering every detail of their last story. You squat down to pick up a dropped toy without a second thought, without a grunt or a groan. You go to that family gathering, that friend's dinner, not with panic, but with anticipation. You laugh, you tell stories, your memory is crystal clear, names and faces come to you effortlessly. There's no fear of an accident, no shame, no pads. Just genuine connection, warmth, and the feeling of belonging, of being truly present. You're not a burden. You're the life of the party, vibrant, engaged, fully alive. Your pill organizer is empty, collecting dust, a relic of a past life, a testament to your liberation. You're not just living longer. You are living again, with the autonomy, the independence, the mental clarity, and the physical freedom you thought were lost forever. This is not a pipe dream. This is your birthright. Now you know about the conspiracy. You've seen the proof. You've heard the stories. So stay with me one more minute, because I'm going to put everything together and give you a simple map of what to do, the complete step-by-step that no one tells you. Because knowledge without action is useless. And you have suffered enough. Now, you finally have the chance to fight back. No more waiting for permission. No more relying on a system designed to keep you sick. The truth, the real truth, is powerful, and it's simpler than they ever wanted you to believe. This isn't about expensive therapies in Swiss clinics. This is about reclaiming your body and mind with fundamental shifts that the neuroscientists' research confirmed, changes so potent they could shatter the pharmaceutical industry's grip on your health. Prepare yourself, because here is your personal liberation protocol, a 4-step blueprint to dismantle the cage of pain and mental fog, and rebuild your life, brick by reclaimed brick. Step 1. Eliminate the rust fuel, starve the invader. That single common ingredient, hidden in almost every processed food you eat, that is literally dissolving your brain cells and stiffening your joints from the inside out? It's the insidious world of industrial seed oils. I'm talking about soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, and grapeseed oil. These are not merely unhealthy, they are metabolic poisons. They are highly unstable polyunsaturated fats that, once consumed, integrate into your cell membranes. Under normal body temperature and oxidative stress, they break down into toxic aldehydes, creating systemic inflammation that acts like acid, corroding your brain's delicate neural pathways and eating away at the cartilage in your joints. This isn't just bad fat, it's the constant supply of kindling for the fire consuming your vitality. The first, non-negotiable step is to meticulously scour your pantry, your fridge, and your daily diet for these oils. Read every label. If it contains them, it goes. Replace them with stable, traditional fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, and grass-fed butter. Cutting off this constant supply of inflammatory agents is like cutting off the oxygen to a raging fire. You stop the active destruction that is literally eating alive your brain and joints. You cannot begin to heal until you stop the daily assault. Step 2. Activate the circulation switch, reclaim your morning. And the simple morning ritual, something you probably do without thinking, that is accelerating your mental decline and physical agony by a terrifying 80%? It's the immediate intake of refined sugars or inflammatory carbohydrates on an empty stomach, whether it's sugary cereal, toast with margarine, packed with seed oils, pastries, or even some fruit juices. This immediate insulin spike floods your system with inflammation, creating a rapid blood sugar crash that leaves your brain starved of stable energy and your joints screaming in protest, setting the stage for a day of pain and cognitive fog. Instead, from this day forward, replace the detrimental ritual with this simple, 2-minute movement sequence. As soon as you wake, before even leaving your bed, take 30 seconds to gently twist your torso from side to side, then 30 seconds to rotate your ankles and wrists, followed by 30 seconds of gentle knee-to-chest stretches, and finally, 30 seconds of deep, diaphragmatic breathing. This circulation switch instantly floods your body with oxygenated blood, wakes up dormant neural pathways, lubricates your joints with synovial fluid, and signals to your body that it's time to move, heal, and thrive, rather than immediately being assaulted by inflammatory toxins. It's a primal reawakening that primes your entire system for repair and clarity. Step 3. Introduce the natural detonators fuel the repair. Once you've stopped the active destruction, you need to arm your body with the tools for repair. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know about these potent, natural compounds that work in synergy to regenerate your brain cells and soothe your joints. This step involves 2 key additions. First, a highly bioavailable omega-3 fatty acid supplement, specifically rich in EPA and DHA. These are the building blocks for healthy brain cells, reducing inflammation at a cellular level, and directly supporting the myelin sheaths around your nerves, the very parts of your brain that are being eaten alive. Think of them as the fresh, clean oil for your body's engine, reducing friction and enhancing signal transmission. Second, integrate a daily dose of a powerful anti-inflammatory and adaptogenic herb, curcumin, standardized for high potency and absorption, often combined with piperine. Curcumin is a natural enzyme activator that doesn't just mask pain. It actively targets the inflammatory pathways that degrade your joints and cloud your brain. It helps to melt away the cellular debris and toxic buildup, allowing your body's natural healing mechanisms to kick in. Together, these 2 natural detonators provide the essential nutrients and anti-inflammatory power to reverse years of damage, allowing your brain to rebuild and your joints to regain their youthful flexibility. Step 4. Initiate the deep cleanse reset while you rest. Finally, as your day winds down, you need to support your body's natural detoxification and repair processes that largely occur during sleep. Just before bed, prepare and consume a simple, yet potent, detoxifying tea. The specific blend? A warm infusion of ginger, turmeric. Even if you're taking a supplement, a warm tea provides gentle benefits, and milk thistle. Ginger is a powerful circulatory stimulant and anti-inflammatory, helping to flush metabolic waste. Turmeric provides additional systemic anti-inflammatory benefits, while milk thistle is a renowned liver protector and regenerator. Your liver is your body's primary filter, working tirelessly to process the toxins you encounter. This nightly ritual of the deep cleanse gently supports your liver, helping it efficiently remove the harmful compounds that contribute to brain fog and joint stiffness, ensuring that your body enters its restorative sleep phase in a state of enhanced cleansing and repair. This simple act primes your system to regenerate, so you wake up feeling lighter, clearer, and more agile. You can start step 1 today, as soon as this video ends. What are you waiting for? Another 10 years of agony? Another decade of forgetting names, of missed family gatherings, of feeling like a ghost in your own home? The time to take your life back, to reclaim your memory, your mobility, your independence, is now. This is not a suggestion. This is your survival manual. They don't want this information to spread. They want you trapped, dependent, and quiet. But every single one of you who applies this protocol, who feels the fog lift, who experiences the pain recede, becomes a beacon of rebellion. Share this video with everyone you know who suffers. Send it to the family group, to your friend's WhatsApp, to anyone you see struggling with memory or joint pain. Break the silence. Every like on this video is a vote against the industry that makes us sick. It's a signal to YouTube that this content matters, that the truth cannot be suppressed forever. Leave your like to strengthen this cause and help this message reach millions more who are desperate for answers. I want to know your name. I want to know your struggle. I want to celebrate your victories. Comment below, I've started, when you take the first step. Let's create an army of the healed in the comments, a community of individuals who refuse to be victims. Also leave your doubts and questions, I will answer them myself. Save this video to your profile. So when you have a relapse or need to review the steps, it's all there, quickly accessible. And by saving it, the algorithm will show it to more people like you, people searching for the truth. Now you have the power. The choice is yours. Remain a hostage to a system that profits from your pain, or turn the game around and reclaim the vibrant, sharp, and active life that is your birthright. We are the revolution. Until next time.